Ota, I'm so sorry for worrying you.
What do you mean?
Your mother retracted her confession.
I'm so glad.
Yes.
But Mom, why did you think I did it?
About that.
I explained to Ota. On Sunday night, Mayumi was following the van driven by Ota in a taxi. But when the van was hijacked in the Femisto parking lot, Mayumi was at another convenience store nearby buying some chocolate. Because of that, she didn't see what happened. That's why Mayumi thought Ota was still in the van when it drove away. So she kept following it. The van drove all over Tokyo and eventually wound up in the warehouse district near the docks. Mayumi got out of the taxi and followed the van on foot. The van was later found at the Okiura Fishery cold storage warehouse. Mayumi walked into the warehouse and discovered the grisly scene.
A polar bear plucking out Iris's left eye? I was so terribly frightened. I panicked and ran. I'm sure that's when I dropped the chocolate. And I ran away from the warehouse as fast as I could.
Okay, I see now. The point was to restore her memories so that then she could tell them to us in person. Okay, that makes a little more sense.
I just kept running and running. But while I was running, I had a thought. Maybe that polar bear was Ota. Because at the time, I thought Ota was the one driving the van. If Ota brought Iris to the warehouse, then Ota must have been the one in the suit.
Okay, so here's my current hypothesis. Iris, did that thing with her sleeves so she wouldn't put fingerprints on. Drove to So Sejima's residence, right? Then, potentially So got in the car with her? And then they drove to the Kawasaki district, potentially, or somebody in the Kawasaki district got into the van with her, and then they drove to the warehouse. Potentially.
That's what I was thinking anyway.
So that's why.
I'm so sorry that Mom doubted you, Ota.
No, I understand. It's my fault for making you worry.
Ota.
But there's one thing I don't get. Why did you buy that chocolate when you were following me?
Oh, because...
You liked Todoroki Man chocolate when you were young, right, Ota?
Yeah. I was like the number 1 or 2 collector of the stickers in my elementary school class. I stuck some of my duplicates all around the diner, too.
You and Mayumi have strong memories of that chocolate, right?
Yeah. But I guess they're not all sweet memories. They're like chocolate, Bittersweet. Makes my heart hurt a little.
That's not it!
Oh, honey. I thought you liked the Momonoke Man chocolate.
Stop giving me this stupid bootleg chocolate, Mom.
No! I told you! It's Todoroki Man!
Oh. Sorry. Your mom can be such a dummy sometimes.
You're not just a dummy, you're a super dummy idiot!
Oh, well, you're right, sweetie. I'm sorry. I'm a big dummy. I'll buy you a real Momonoke Man soon.
Stupid! It's not Momonoke Man, it's Todoroki Man!
After I yelled at her, Mom immediately went to buy me another chocolate. My dad came back from buying some ingredients at the same time and they ran into each other. My dad really let me have it.
You stupid kid. Eat your freaking chocolate.
How dare you speak to your mother like that?
I can't tell if you're happy or sad. Your face looks so strange.
Because Mom is stupid.
You're stupid to call your mother stupid. Your mother bought you that to make you happy. You need to think about how she feels. I didn't raise you like that.
But...
When she comes back, you apologize. Do you understand?
My dad told me to apologize as soon as Mom came back. But the guilt... I hurt my mother, you know? That guilt in my heart, it didn't go away, even after I apologized to her. After that, things got awkward with Mom. But a few days later, my dad came up with an idea.
Hey, Ota, how about this? You know Mother's Day is coming up. Why don't we get a gift for your mom,
A gift?
That was the first time I had ever heard my dad say something like that.
You know how Mom always takes care of us. We should think of a way to pay her back.
I'm sure my dad was trying to clear the air between all of us. So, on Mother's Day, I used my New Year's money I saved up to buy my mom that flower knife. And my dad saved up a little money to buy the floral apron.
Make sure you don't stab me with it, Mom.
And when Mom got her gifts, she started bawling, like full-on crying.
Oh, you boys. I don't deserve all this. Thank you, thank you.
You do deserve it, Mom. I'm proud that you're my mom. Right, Dad?
I like that she's always wearing this hipster shirt.
Yes. Mom is the best mom in the world.
Thank you, thank you.
Say cheese!
Nobody said cheese.
Sorry, I lost track of time. What were we talking about again?
The Odoroki Man chocolate. Why she bought the chocolate in the middle of tailing you.
Tailing?
Mom,
It could be due to her memory disorder. It is possible that her thought process was once again short-circuited.
Ota, I'm just going out on a limb here.
huh?
Earlier I looked inside Mayumi's head.
Inside her head?
She was thinking of nothing but you. Her head was full of memories of you. Mayumi just wanted you to come back, Ota. So she bought that chocolate. The chocolate you loved as a kid. She thought she could get you back home with it. That's why I believe, in Mayumi's head, you're still young, Ota.
Huh?
I don't know. I could be wrong.
No, you're right, Date. That's why my mom bought the chocolate. She wanted her little kid back.
I'm sorry. Who are you again?
Oh my god.
I'm Date. I'm Ota's
My name's Kagami.
friend.
Ota's friend. Is that right? I hope you two get along.
Mom. I was always so selfish. I made my mom go through such hard times. So from now on, I'm going to support her the way she supported me. I'll do anything. I'll deliver newspapers or be a janitor or anything. I'll work as hard as I can to make sure my mom can rest easy.
What about your dream of being an author?
Well, of course I'm not gonna give up on that. but I'll set my sights a little smaller. I'll start by writing a short story.
Let me read it when you're done.
Of course.
Everyone lived happily ever after.
Oh, I forgot
Oh yeah,
to
and
tell you something
Sosajima's still
important.
dead. That's right.
Something important?
I heard the nurses talking before I came in here. Iris is awake.
Really?
Did Iris wake up last time? In the last path we took? I don't think she did.
Yeah, she's due to be transferred from the ICU to the general ward.
Thank God.
You saved her life, you know. Maybe, just maybe,
Huh? Maybe what?
nothing. See you, kid.
Is Iris your girlfriend?
Yeah, I'll introduce you next time. She's a great girl.
Definitely not a witch.
Oh my, I'm looking forward to it. Is she going to be your financier? Oh, maybe I should clean up a bit first.
Financer? Oh, fiance.
Oh, yes! Yes, that's it!
Jeez, Mom.
That was a funny one, Mother.
Date, there are still many loose ends in this investigation.
Yeah, you're right. Looks like another all-nighter.
Oh, was that another ending? Wow. I didn't expect to get another ending today. That must be like the Ota or Mayumi ending or something. So we didn't hit another branching path, which means by going through this, we must have unlocked one of these, you know, incomplete story sections. And I think we still learned some interesting things here. I don't feel like we learned as much as some of the other endings we went on, but as far as I can tell, Mayumi seems to not, like, she seems to have memory loss, heavy memory loss, obviously. And she's not part of the murder. I really feel like there's a good chance that Iris could be, not necessarily the murderer. You know, I still feel like Sosajima and Iris are definitely either the murderer or accomplices to the murderer. Iris in particular had seen some pretty disturbing things, you know, in her youth. And so maybe she was an accomplice at the time, but maybe she is the murderer this time? Potentially, I don't know. We still, of course, have that kind of creepy thing where it looks like Date was part of that memory. That's something we still kind of have to find out more about. Though this time you didn't really get an idea that So was the murderer. He seems just like another victim in this one. So maybe So's not even necessarily a murderer. Maybe he's just an accomplice. And I still have yet to find out if going through these Somniums can potentially change the present, you know? There's like evidence that's kind of suggests it might, but then there's stuff that just doesn't seem like maybe it doesn't. Or maybe the effects are minor and not necessarily world-changing every time. Because she definitely had to mention both of these routes here. And if you go back to the fact that the calendar was out of date much earlier in the story before we went through any of these routes, it makes me think that in all of these routes, Mayumi's had dementia. We never talked to her enough to really notice, you know? And I guess if you're meeting someone for the first time that has dementia, and you're just having a short conversation with them, it's entirely possible that you might not know they have dementia because they're going to meet you like a new person. Because you are a new person. It's only when you meet them again and they don't remember you, that's when you start to notice some weird stuff, you know? I really do feel kind of bad for her, honestly. Like, I dealt with a friend of a family member's who had, their grandmother had dementia. And that's a really hard thing, not only for the person with dementia. You know, after a while, I guess they can kind of devolve into a point where they don't even know what's going on anymore. And at that point, you know, it feels a little bit less bad, but for the family members in particular, that's really hard to deal with. I know that for certain. Because they kind of become less and less of the same person, if that makes sense.
Has there been any progress in this Jima investigation?
None. Zero clue.
Not exactly. We have two clues.
How do you put a bolt-on cover on a vase? You can't just like screw it into the vase. How do you do that?
2?
2 points of information. But they may not connect directly to the murders.
What are the 2 clues?
Point 1. This may be easier to see than explain. I sent a video to the boss's PC. Could you check there, please?
To show my eyeball. Boss went to her desk and moved her mouse. I stood next to her and looked at the monitor.
What's this?
It's from Sunday night.
Yes, after Date was beaten by Ota at Matsushita Diner.
Tessa, wait! I'll get the car.
You witch!
There, stop it. I noticed this earlier as well. Do you see the walk on the floor beside Iris and Mayumi?
Yeah, what about it?
Look closely. The bottom part is curved. Do you notice anything in the reflection?
I can't say I have.
Iris and Mayumi.
Yes. I have prepared an enlarged and processed version of the
Oh,
image.
thank you. I wouldn't have been able to see that otherwise.
Boss, the next
Zoom
video.
and enhance. Oh, you're not going to show me the enlarged yet? Okay. I guess maybe that's the big reveal at the end. Oh no, here it is.
You witch!
Oh, she's got the knife!
You stay away from my boy!
Tessa! What's wrong?
Whoa.
Did something happen?
Whoa!
everything's fine.
Okay, let's go.
Ota.
Whoa! I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Wow.
Hey, what's this?
So that obviously tells us a lot. So clearly, both Iris and Mayumi were in on this together. They were trying to put up something because maybe they knew someone was watching, maybe they knew Ota was listening. And so they wanted to confuse him. I don't know if they necessarily knew that I was, had a robot eyeball. Maybe they did. But obviously they were trying to make some observer, be that Ota or herself or possibly somebody else, from the limited viewpoint that we had, not notice that that they were handing off, this specific particular knife that was used to mess up the investigation in some way, make it seem like Mayumi might have been there, but in fact, it wasn't Mayumi that was there. And then Iris, specifically took the knife. Which means Iris was obviously an accomplice, but Iris was the one that carried the knife to the place, and then somehow, it got used in the, in the stabbing of Ota. Ooh, that definitely is a very interesting piece of information.
Iris has the kitchen knife?
The video continues, but this should be enough. Iris took the knife and left the diner with Ota.
But if Ota's testimony is true, the polar bear had the kitchen knife.
Maybe it was taken off of Iris when she was kidnapped.
At the Femisto parking lot? Whatever, we can think about it later.
Was this knife used to kill Sosajima? Or maybe cut him up? I wonder.
You said you had 2 clues.
I'm wondering if that's a second clue here.
Yeah, what's the other one?
I have learned new information. More thorough autopsy results of Renju's body have revealed something. An object in his intestines.
An object?
A clump of organic matter. Because it was partially digested, it took significant time to analyze.
Well, what was it?
Shoko
Oh,
Nadami's
no.
eyeball.
Are you kidding me? No, that's weird. That's weird. Why would you eat that? Ugh, no, I don't like that. I don't know what to do with that information. Like, I get the whole, like, okay, the knife was passed off. There's seriously some kind of collaboration happening between those two. But what does that mean that he ate the eyeball? And if it was in his intestine, that means, he ate the eyeball and then a number of hours passed. If not, half a day or something. That's so weird. I really don't like that. Ugh. All right, where are we going from here? So, let me remember where we're at. So this is where we found Iris dead, I think in the forklift, right? In fact, you know what? I kind of want to... Let me see. This isn't unlocked yet, right? No, this is still locked. That was that end. Let me pull up my video really quick of when I played through this. I want to see what happened here, because I don't fully remember it. So hold on. Okay, so a few bits of interesting information I want to mention. One, I was trying to find where in the video it was. I accidentally went back to this one. If you remember, this was where we went through this Somnium. We found out that Boss left a video on her computer of her killing Sosajima, and apparently Pewter actually, I didn't remember this, but Pewter actually said that they found Sosajima's body in the vase in his house. So that same thing happened in this one as well. And this is the one where Boss was in the Somnium. Kind of interesting. Now, that was kind of unrelated to what we just unlocked over here, but in this route, we go through Iris's memory. We don't believe her. We take her to the diner, and then Ota ends up like watching after her. So we go to see Iris's mother. We talk to Iris's mother for a while, learn about that she has like a brain tumor and that she's probably going to die soon. We get a message saying that Iris has been kidnapped. We go find her in the cold storage warehouse, dead in the forklift, and that's where it cuts off. So, sorry, I just wanted to recap a bit so we know exactly where we're at. I'll mention this in brief when we come back. I'm going to stop here because it's been about 2 hours, but when we come back, we're going to continue from here. I think from here, because our story got cut off before, I'm almost certain we're going to find out some really, really hard evidence here. And we might even, like, continue on the story for a while. I don't know. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed for the time being. This is, once again, very, very interesting. I'm very much enjoying it. And I'll see you guys next time for some more AI the Somnium Files. Bye.